Hi, today we're going to talk about how to find the slope of a linear graph. That means find the slope of a graph that's a straight line, whatever that slope, meaning kind of how slanted it is, may be. So the formula for slope, or the way you find slope, is you do the rise over the run. And I'm going to show you what that means in a minute. Rise is up and down, run is side to side. And what you need to do is you need to find 2 points on your graph, and then you just need to count how far up do you go to get to one from the first to the second, and how far sideways do you go to get from the first to the second. So what I have here is just a whole bunch of graphs, and we're just going to practice finding the slope of each of these. So the first thing you have to do is find 2 nice points. I often like to look at the y-axis. There's often, not always, but there's usually a nice point right here. So then I have to kind of keep looking around, and I see here's another nice point. So my rise is how far did I have to go up to get from the first to the second? Well, I'm paying attention to my scale. I went from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I went up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know that my rise was 4. So the top of my fraction is 4. Then the bottom of my fraction is the run, or how much do you go side to side. So how far did I go to get from the first point to the second point? And again, I have to pay attention to the scale. So right here is 2. So I actually went 1, 2. So the bottom of my fraction is 2. And then we always simplify as much as we can. In this case, it's a whole number. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So our slope right here is 2. We're going to go ahead now and try another one. Let's take a look at this one. This is great because it already gave us 2 points. So we didn't have to look for them. Sometimes it will give you 2 nice points. So first it's the rise. Well, in this case, the rise is down. So what number do we use to represent down? We represent it with a negative. So negative 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice how I counted that. I started at my point, and then I counted 1 is the first space I moved. So 1, 2 is the second space, 3, 4. So negative 4 is my rise because I went down 4. And then my run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, negative 4 over 5, I cannot simplify that anymore, that fraction, so that is my slope, negative 4 over 5. Now, to know if you're going negative or positive, I always imagine a guy skiing. If he's skiing, and you always start left to right, just like when you're reading. And when you go left to right, if he's skiing down, your slope should be negative, just like it is here. If he's skiing up, whatever that would look like, then your slope's positive. So let's go ahead and take a look at one more. Maybe if this will let me exit out of it. Okay, let's take a look at this one over here. So, this one here, I'm looking for 2 nice points. Now I notice right here, that one on the y-axis is not a nice point, so I'm not going to go there. But I'm seeing that, okay, I've got a pretty nice point here and here. So let's find my rise. I went up, looking at my scale, 1, 2, 3. So my rise is 3. And my run is how far do I go over? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 over 4. I cannot simplify that fraction anymore. So that answer is 3 over 4. And I imagine my guy skiing. He always starts on the left side and moves to the right side. And he's trying to ski uphill, so it should be a positive 3 over 4. So that is how you find the slope of a linear graph.